All right, so we are live. My name is Frederick. I make videos on studying abroad and sharing my experience going through the process so that you who want to go through similar process will know how to go about it. All right, so we are. I've had opportunity to assist a lot of people through the same process, over thousands of people for like half a decade now, and we continue to do that. So I come your way to because there are lots of information out there, I come your way most of the times to respond to questions that you may have about going through the process. Sometimes there is a challenge here or there, and you need an experienced person to guide you or to respond to some of the questions you may have so that when clarifications are provided, you will know how to proceed with the processes. Um, at the moment, we are actually live on the Fred Effect YouTube channel. We are live on the Fred Effect Facebook page. If this is the first time you are encountering our platform, do us a favor by subscribing and also following. We are live on X or Twitter, the Fred Effect X page, and then we are also live on Instagram. The quickest way to get in touch with me will be via Instagram. You can send me a direct message on Instagram. We also have a TikTok page, which is also the Fred Effect as well. We post most very relevant information out there that you can check out. At the moment, my team is handling applications for free for individuals who have high school and diploma. Even if you have a D7 or E8, some of your results were withheld or even F9, there is always hope for you. So you can link up with my team and then we will be happy to take your document and assist you. Understand that there are lots of information that I share on my YouTube page, which is the Fred Effects YouTube page. So I explain how you can go about the process. I share a lot of universities that are currently waiving application fees that you can also take advantage of. So remember that you can also work on the application without having to consult anybody. Just watch some of those videos and then it will enlighten you on how to go about the process. If you're also interested in a master's degree or a PhD, the Fred Effect team offers a mentorship program where we get to meet 30 minutes every week to guide you until you get your visa approved. We have a WhatsApp platform where which is a mock interview WhatsApp platform. This platform has existed over 5 years now and has assisted a lot of people. Some of them have even graduated and then they are working in the US at the moment. So every day we meet for mock interviews. So if you have a visa interview scheduled, all you need to do is to send me a private message on Instagram, and then I'll be happy to share the link to the WhatsApp platform with you so that you can join and also practice for your interview. Also, we have a link with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a group of former visa officers. So if you're watching us on YouTube, sharing the link which you can use to book a consultation with Argo Visa. So we have a link with them. They are a group of former visa officers, and if you are able to book a consultation with them, their experience and then their information they will give you will come handy. You can easily ace your US visa interview if you schedule an appointment with them. If you're watching us on YouTube, welcome. Facebook, you're welcome. X, and then on Instagram too. Let us know which country you're watching us from. Send us your questions in advance. What is the time at your end? It's currently 4:57 where I am at the moment in the US, and let me know which country you're watching us from, and then also let us know the time at your end at the moment. Do me a favor by sharing so that other people could also benefit from the ideas and information we are sharing here. We are not pretending to be experts. We've had opportunity to go through the process, and also experience gained from assisting others is what we use in order to also help you go through the process. So if you have a question, you can type it in the comment. You can also join us live on X or Twitter, and then you can request the microphone. I would approve it. Then we can have a conversation. When the mic is approved, you have an opportunity to ask two questions. So if you have other questions, certainly I will be happy to approve it again, and then you can ask so that we give other people the opportunity to ask their questions as well. So please do me a favor by sharing on X. You have to share on Facebook as well. If you're watching us on Instagram, please share. And then on YouTube, share so that other people can also benefit and join and benefit from the ideas and information we are sharing here. All right. Moving on, let's see the number 4. I see your request. Let's see if we can approve it. When you are approved, kindly mute your microphone until you're called so that we have an organized conversation. So the number 4, you are on. You can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question, sir. All right, number 4, please go ahead with your question.
Mr. Fred, good evening. And I'm speaking from Ghana. It's almost 10 p.m. here.
Right. Please go ahead, sir.
Please, the last time I sent you a message on Instagram, but then you never replied. I don't know what happened.
We have the opportunity to talk now, sir.
Okay. Please, a lecturer has decided to discuss with me his project. He didn't actually call it as an interview. He just said, "Oh, he wants to meet me to discuss his research project with me." So I don't know what I should expect from him. If you can help me with it.
Yeah, obviously you can Google or check Google Scholar or check his website if he does. So normally the lecturers or the professors' information are shared on their website. So if you are able to check their website, you would be able to identify what concentration this specific professor is in so that you read about what he has been working on. Now, if you're able to abreast yourself with this information, then you can even email him if he could give you an idea what he wants to discuss before your meeting. He will be happy to do that. Apart from that, you need to also check, because of the time difference, the specific location of the school, and also check the time difference at your end so that you don't miss it. If you have an opportunity to also know the platform the professor wants to use, whether Zoom, Skype, or any other platform, then you would also test that platform to know whether you would have a good reception during that time. So basically, this is the suggestions I could give you, sir.
All right. As I've seen, I've already gotten his articles, gone to his website to read all that, and then also I have the Zoom which he suggested, all in place. So maybe I was expecting that maybe I don't know whether he's going to be have it as an interview or it's just a normal discussion.
So that's what I'm saying, that, if you are able to message him, he can give you a heads up of what he wants to discuss. Sometimes they just want to know how bold and confident you are. Most of these assistantship may come in the form of a teaching or research assistantship. So they want to speak to you, see who you are, and then how confident you are to maybe have a normal conversation to understand your background and all that. So it's not a big deal. But of course, if you talk to him or email him, he'll be happy to share with you what he intends to discuss in the first place. All right, let's talk to Zach. Zach, how are you doing? No, let's talk to Mr. President, then we'll come to Zach. I think Mr. President came before you. Mr. President, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
You would kindly do me a favor, speak up a little bit.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Still, if you could speak up a little bit, that would be very helpful.
Hello, can you hear me?
This is far better.
All right, it's 10:02 in Ghana now, and my name is Isaac, and I'm currently doing my diploma in the University of Ghana.
Mr. President, are you using a headset?
No, please.
Okay, okay. Let's see if we can try. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I want to know is that I contacted my friend who is in the US, and I wanted him to help me with some applications, but then he told me since I got a D in my results, like it will be difficult for me to get admission. But I followed you on TikTok and other social media handles, and I got to know that it can work. So I initially got admission to the University of Ghana doing diploma, but because he said that I can't come with a D, so I had to do the diploma. Now I'm doing the diploma, and I have a semester more to go. So I'm asking if it's worth it doing the diploma and applying to a school in the US. And
yeah, sure.
And he told me to also add IELTS, which I'm also planning to write and then add up to start with the application.
Oh, okay. So I agree with difficult, but not impossible. So if he says it's going to be difficult, of course, some universities will definitely not admit you because of some of the scores you had in your results, which is absolutely fine. But it's not impossible. That's the thing. So it is possible to actually get admission with a D7. You wouldn't be the first person to do that. Now you're almost done with your diploma, which is awesome. So since you have a semester to go, once you're done with your diploma, you have to understand that you can also apply as a transfer student when you finish with your diploma. So some universities require the IELTS, which is an English proficiency exams. Other universities do not require that. So it depends on which university you're applying to. Since you're from Ghana, you can actually use a one-page document which says that you did all your courses in English, so you can speak and write English proficiently. So not necessarily a specific requirement for all universities. Some you just need that one-page document, and you can use that as a waiver for the English proficiency exams. All right, let's talk to Zach. Zaki, how you doing? If you can unmute yourself, sir.
I'm doing good, Fred. Yourself?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Please go ahead with your question.
All right, Fred. The thing is, I've gained admission to one university. That's University of the Incarnate Word in Texas, San Antonio. But the cost of attendance there is somewhere $42,000 per year. Uh, okay, the admission came without funding though. I emailed them for any available graduate assistantship or any scholarship available, but they told me they don't provide funding for their master's programs. But everything is up to you, the students. But now the thing is, if it's with the bank statement uh, to to start the visa processes, there's a bank statement I can provide to cover up for all that. But how would you advise me to go ahead with that for the visa interview without no funding? Because the chances of I want to believe that the chances of me getting the visa approved with no funding is very, 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 very hard. So I'm just asking for advice here.
When it comes to, so congrats on the admission. When it comes to visa approval, there's a different preparation that goes into it. And in my introduction, I said that you can actually get in touch with the former visa officers. I do also have a mock interview platform that you could join. So there is no correlation between having full scholarship and getting visa approval. So a lot of people have full scholarship, yet they get visa denied. Some people with no funding get approved. So first of all, I actually have a video on my YouTube page that I explain the various means you can use to get scholarship when you get an admission with no scholarship or partial scholarship. However, if you can produce the financial statement, then you have to go ahead and get the I-20. Also, there are a lot of universities out there that we are still in February. They're early days of February. So there are a lot of universities that are still accepting applications. Do not put your eggs in one basket. You can explore some of these schools. But once you hold an admission, and two, you can produce the financial document, please get it to them, start your visa processes.
I actually have the I-20. They've sent me the I-20.
Zach, it's a conversation. If you could let me finish before you come in, that would be very polite.
Okay. All
right. So what I'm saying is that if you do have the I-20, then go ahead and start the visa processes. Just like I said, people with full scholarship could get denied depending on their preparation towards the interview. It's just an erroneous impression to say that, when you have a scholarship from the school, once you've been able to produce a financial statement, all you need to do is to be able to respond to questions pertaining to who your sponsor is. Sometimes a lot of people go for the visa interview without even getting asked who is your sponsor or even their bank statement. So basically, that's how it works. Let's talk to another person. So Ellie, you can unmute yourself. But before Ellie comes in, if you're watching us live on YouTube, this is the Fred Effect YouTube channel. We are also live on Facebook, the Fred Effect Facebook page. We are live on X, or we are also live on Instagram as well. You can join us and ask your questions. This is the Fred Effect Study Abroad Q&A. Mostly the information are a lot out there. You've gotten to a stage of the process and you don't know how to proceed with it. You have some specific questions about whether to start, how to start, and all that. There's nothing like a stupid question. So once you're able to get the right information, it will help you or make life easier for you to work on the process. So join us live and ask any questions that you have in mind concerning studying abroad applications and scholarship visa and all that. Let's talk to Ellie. Ellie, can you unmute yourself? How are you doing, sir? Hi, Ellie. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, Ellie, can you please hear me? All right. If Ellie cannot hear me, let's move to Jude. Jude, how are you doing, sir?
I'm very well.
Yeah, please
Good
go ahead
evening.
with your question.
Okay, I would like to know first of all if this your study abroad, the Q&A is just related to US alone.
No, you can ask any questions about any country you want to move to.
Okay, well, although particular about US, I'm currently doing my masters in Unilag here in Lagos and Nigeria. So I'm wondering if I am done and I want to further with the PhD, do I need to still go ahead with the GRE and TOEFL route? Because I hear that is really a big struggle to gain admissions for PhD without these requirements because I'm engineering background.
Right.
So
It 100%. That's a good question. It's 100%. And since you've gotten to the master's level, that's good. So you've moved to up on the academic ladder. Congrats. So it 100% depends on the university you're applying to. You're right. Some universities require the GRE and TOEFL and all that. Now, because you're from Nigeria, from high school all the way to your master's degree level, all of your courses were taught in English. Perfect. So you just need a one-page document that says that Nigeria is an English-speaking country. You did all your courses in English, so you can speak and write English proficiently. You may get a TOEFL or IELTS with, depending on the admission requirements of the university you are applying to. The second thing is that the same thing, the GRE or GMAT, it's not compulsory for every department. Sometimes, even within the same department, the application materials may differ. Some program within the same school may want you to produce maybe 3 letters of recommendation. Others will say no recommendation letter at all. So it actually depends on the school you want to apply to, and most importantly, the program you want to aim at.
looking at sorry, I'm looking at the cost that may be involved, and I'm trying to see how I can shed off the weight of the cost by not writing the GREs. So will it be a good advice to say to pursue schools that do not require this? Are
It's
there are there restraints based on your the quality of your outputs as your CGPA on that?
Um, with a PhD, they look at a lot of things, and not only your CGPA or, for that matter, your transcript. Other application documents come into play. Now, it will be an early decision to say that I'm going to write or not write the GRE. You need to first of all make inquiries and find out which schools you're applying to. Now, based on their requirements, then you decide whether you want to sit for the GRE or not sit for it. Now, in terms of the cost, when studying in the US, I think there are 3 major things you want to worry about. 1, an application fee, which most of the universities will waive for you. 2, visa application fee at the moment is 185, and what we call the service fee. All right, let's talk to another person. Amara, let me know if you can hear me. Amara, how you doing?
Yes, Mr. Fred. Good evening from my
Yeah.
side. I'm joining from Sierra Leone, Freetown.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I'm actually trying to apply to some universities, but my problem here is they always ask for transcript evaluation. I want to know if someone do the transcript evaluation, would you use that same transcript evaluation to do application for other universities?
Yeah, sure. Not Let's start with this one. Not every university requires transcript evaluation. So I have attended 2 different universities in the US, but none of them required the transcript evaluation. So it's not compulsory, but it has its own advantages. Maybe some other time I would explain the advantages of doing the transcript evaluation. The second thing is that when you do the transcript evaluation or you evaluate your credentials, you can use it to apply to other schools. If the university requires evaluation, you can ask the evaluation body to directly send it to them. Also, you have an opportunity to download a copy, which you can upload it into the application portal when applying to any of the other universities you'll be applying to.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick some
Hello,
questions.
good evening.
Please relax. Please relax, Ellie. I called you earlier, so I'm going to respond to some of the questions you're sending me on Facebook and also on YouTube as well as Instagram. So Danny said, Daniel Kojo said, Danny, I'm watching from Ghana. Which part of Ghana, Danny? Benjamin Yeboah watching from Ghana, Sunyani. Which part of Sunyani are you watching me from, Benjamin? Because I schooled in Sunyani Senior High. I also stayed in Abisim as well. Desmond said, Desmond Sion, good evening, Mr. Fred. Desmond, where are you watching me from? Akwasiam Pofu said, Kumasi, okay. And then Daite Worldwide is watching us from Ghana. Grace Falabi is watching us from Nigeria. And then Esther is watching us from Ghana as well. Joshua on Facebook says Ghana. And then Gifty is watching us from McCarthy Hills in Accra. That's very specific. Ivy is watching us. Ivy, let us know where you're watching us from. You said good evening, Fred. Good evening, Ivy. Is it possible to get a full scholarship for Canada MBA if I book an appointment with your team? We don't make any promises. It's a 30-minute conversation to discuss your process, Ameho. And then Kwame Booster is also watching us from Ghana. Millicent says on Facebook, I am a registered midwife in Ghana. I want to study BSc in midwifery. So sometimes there's nothing, schools do not necessarily call it midwifery, but of course, with if you have a diploma, then yes, you can qualify to study most health-related programs. Ataka Krakwati says, please, how can someone join a WhatsApp platform? I explained that you can send me a private message. You should have an appointment scheduled strictly for those who are preparing for preparing for their US visa interview. Millicent says, I don't know where to start. Yeah, so you have to start with getting your documents. And if you have a diploma, my team can definitely assist you for free. All right, let's pick some questions on Twitter. Ellie, you can unmute yourself and go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, Fred. Sorry about earlier. I'm having bad internet. So I got admitted to a couple of schools, specifically Northwestern, Northeastern, and then University of Chicago. But they've all not provided any form of funding. I wanted to ask if you could help me with any resources in terms of funding. Northwestern has offered a student loan, which requires a co-signer from the US. I don't know if you can also link me to any possible organizations that help with those kind of stuff. Yeah, generally that's all I wanted to know.
So congrats on your admission. Can you repeat the names of the schools again?
Northeastern, University of Chicago, and Northwestern.
Which is in Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
And then University of Chicago in Illinois.
Illinois, and then Northwestern also in Illinois.
All right. So if you're listening, people are getting admissions. So it's possible for you to also apply and get admission. So congrats on your admission. Like just like I said, I made a whole video explaining about 10 different routes you can use to get admission, to get a scholarship, or to fund your education once you have an admission. I would highly recommend that you check that video out on YouTube as well. Okay. But when you gained admission, have you reached out to the department head already?
Yeah, I reached out to a couple of them. Northwestern responded with the student loan and also teaching assistantship after the first year. If I'm in good academic standing. Same for Northwestern. University of Chicago, they don't provide any form of loan for international students.
That sounds positive. So you can decide on the offers they are giving you, which one to go in for. Again, normally with the US applications, you don't have to necessarily wait until you get admission before you struggle with getting scholarship. This is because you can make an inquiry and find out what scholarship opportunities are available for you as an international applicant, even before you put in the application. So, Eli, please check out the video I made about how you can get to fund your educational admission. All right. Kojo, you seem to have a lot of noise at your background, so please get a quiet background, and I'll be happy to approve you to join us. Let's talk to Thinker, generational thinker.
Yeah, good evening, Fred.
Go ahead with your
I hope
question.
you are doing well.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, please, I've gotten admission from this university. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of them, Catholic University of America, but they created a WhatsApp group. They sent it into my mail. But I saw a Ghanaian post in that group that it could be a scam. I don't know if you've had any incidents like that of people complaining about scams, especially with private universities. But according to the school, they said they outsource the international students. They outsource communications to Indian Indians because of the time zone. How true is this and how reliable? When you everything points to the direction that they are not. It's not a scam, but I mean, for somebody to raise that point, there could be some a smoke in there. So what do you have to say about that?
Well, I know there is Catholic University of America, which is a private university located in Washington, D.C. So I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. Is the school located in Washington?
Yes, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
mean, they do have a phone number and an email on the university's website, so it's easy for you to make inquiries. Any inquiries you know. I do not have enough information to actually say something is a scam or not. But what I know is what I'm telling you, that there's actually the Catholic University of America, which is a private nonprofit 4-year college or university located in Washington, D.C. So you can email them if you have any doubts about anything, and then you may get responses to that. Let's talk to Nana Dankwa. Nana Dankwa, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Fred, and you?
Please go ahead with your question, sir.
Um, with your help, I've been able to gain admission to New Mexico Highlands University, but there's no funding yet. And then also, I did one for Montclair University, which is in New Jersey. I had that admission after I did the Spantran evaluation. But right now, with the two of them, I'm not having any funding yet. So, with regards to that, I wanted your advice on how to proceed.
Yeah, so congrats on the admission. I know a lot of people at New Mexico Highlands. Have you reached out to the director after the admission?
Yeah, I reached out and then they gave me the statement that they would be needing in order for me to get the I-20.
Okay, so that's the director wouldn't say that, because then that would be the international office. There are differences. So the international office is actually responsible for visa processes, issuing of I-20 for international students and all that. So when you gain the admission, you should reach out to the head of department of the program. What program were you admitted into, especially New Mexico?
Business administration.
Good. So you reach out to the director of the business administration program, not the international office. So the international office would definitely ask you to produce a financial document or a letter from the department. So if you have a scholarship, for example, the international office may even send you an email to still produce a financial document, because they may not know whether your department has offered you a scholarship or not. So once you reach out to the head of department, first of all, express gratitude for being considered for the admission, and then you ask if there is a separate application to be considered for the scholarship or not. Now, understand that most business-related programs, if you do not have GRE, getting scholarships for them, if you do not apply for a dual master's, might be challenging. Let me find out real quick. Did you talk to the director prior to applying, that maybe you ask whether you'll be considered for scholarship before applying?
No.
Okay, so Dankwa, that might be a challenge there. So please reach out to the director, not to the international office. For the international office, is a separate office altogether. express gratitude for being considered for the admission, ask if you have to submit a separate application to be considered for the scholarship. If a separate application is required, they will send the link to you or the document to you. And then even if an interview is required, they will let you know. Also, if you are supposed to have an interview for you to be considered for assistantship, definitely they will let you know as well. Let's talk to Mr. Dodo. Mr. Dodo, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Mr. Fred. How are you
Go
too?
your question, sir.
Okay. Please, I've gained admission into 4 different schools in the United States. All of them came with half funding, let me see, scholarship grants. Maybe some are 40%, 50%. Please, I wanted to know, is it possible that if I'm able to obtain my visa, I'll be able to pay my deficit remaining based on maybe some hustling over there or maybe through student employment or something like that?
Okay, so first of all, before let's start with congratulating you on your admission. Good job.
Okay, thank you.
So the second thing is that before your I-20 will be released, you will be asked to submit a financial document. So once you produce a financial document, it is assumed that when you get here, you'll be able to get those funds to take care of your education. However, sometimes when you get on campus, things change. The assistantship or scholarship is mostly a job. So sometimes people are being offered, they are going to a different school or they don't get the visa. And then the department that actually offered them the scholarship will be stranded. So sometimes they want to know if you'll be able to get to campus before they give you the job. So there are several instances where you could get a partial scholarship, you go through the visa process, you get here, and then the school will now give you a full scholarship. But when you say hustling, what happens is that as a student, you are allowed to work when classes are in session. When school is in session, you're allowed to work 20 hours on campus, and then if school is on a break and you have an opportunity for a CPT or an internship, you can work like 40 hours, which you can also make money from as well. So basically, that's how it works, Mr. Dodo. All right, let's talk to Alex Baini. Alex Baini, how are you doing?
Please, I'm fine. How are you too?
Go ahead, sir.
Um, Please, I applied to University of Alabama,
Which
and
company?
then I think Tuscaloosa,
Okay, go ahead.
and then the department which I applied to sent me an acceptance letter that I've been admitted into the program, and then I was directed.
You made use of the free application fee waiver month.
No, I missed that, so I had to pay and then apply.
Oh, okay.
So when I applied to it, I received this email, this acceptance letter from the department that I've been admitted, and then I should log into my portal to accept the offer given to me. But then when I logged in, there was this point where it was written that my application is undergoing a review, a final review, and then I'll hear from them in the next 48 or 72 hours. But it's been 2 weeks. I've not heard from the graduate school, and then I don't know what to do. So I'd wanted to ask you like how to go about the whole thing right now.
Oh, okay. So it's great that you are also trying something, right? Why you mostly because we are in the winter season when there is heavy snow, schools mostly closes down, and so some offices may not be working. So what you have to do is to send an email to the admissions office that you got this email. However, when you checked your portal, this is what is happening. Or you can email the department head and also make inquiries what is happening. Sometimes it could simply be an oversight of an employee that could cause that. So it's no big deal. Reach out to somebody.
I reached out yesterday, and then when the reply I got today was they don't really like know whoever like gave me this thing. So
So you,
my application is still undergoing this thing. I'll
oh, okay,
hear from them.
yeah,
This evening, I logged in again in my portal, and then I saw this point where they said it has been decided that I should follow a link and then accept the offer. But there's no link still attached to it for me to.
there is. I've also had opportunity to explore the portal of Alabama. You can give it some time. The admission letter do not come automatic like other schools. You have to log into a portal, and then you can, when you log into the portal, then you can access the admission letter. I actually have a WhatsApp group for people I've already assisted to the same school. So maybe some of them could help you, but you can give it some time and also check again. There's always a link. I have
Okay.
opportunity to access their portal, so I know how it works. Let's talk to Afi. Afi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. How about you?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. But Afia, before you come in, real quick. So, we are live on the Fred Effects YouTube channel. We are live on Facebook, the Fred Effects. Please share for someone else to also join. Type your questions in the chat. We'll be responding to them. This is a frequent Q&A I do to pick the various questions you may have about working on the process, or if you don't even know how to start. Any questions you have about studying abroad, I'm happy to share my ideas and experience and thoughts with you. So every Sunday, we have a session at 7:30 at 5:30 GMT, and so this Sunday we'll be talking to somebody who had an $85,000 of scholarship, and she switched from her previous field to another field, and the stipend is huge. So it's an experience worth sharing that could motivate and inspire you. And which school she's studying at, how did she get the scholarship, and all that. We'll be sharing that this Sunday. So make a date and then set a reminder and join us this Sunday. If you have a visa interview scheduled, my team does a mock interview. We've been doing this for like half a decade now. We've had opportunity to assist a lot of people to get their visas approved. If you send me a private message on Instagram, and that's the quickest way to get in touch with me, go to Instagram, search the Fred Effect. My account is actually verified, so you know the right one. And then you send a private message, I'll be happy to respond. This process is highly possible. Some of us have been able to do it. So can you. So get the good information, the authentic information from a good source, and motivate yourself that you can do it. And sometimes you could get some denials, which is part of it. You know, life would not always be smooth. If it was easy, everybody would have done it. So it takes you who is, courageous and decisive, deciding that you want to do something for yourself. Studying abroad has a lot of ways to change your life. Some of us, we've had our destinies or life change because we had the opportunity to study abroad, and so can you. So we are here to help. Let's go ahead with Afi. Please go ahead, unmute yourself, and let's go.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask if a 3.12 GPA out of 4.0 is a good GPA to actually get masters in the United States? And
Yeah,
also,
even with below 3.0, you can.
okay, and I also wanted you to advise on schools with lower tuition in the states which I could apply to.
Why not going for scholarship but lower tuition? Would you be able to pay for it if the tuition is even $10,000 a semester?
Okay,
So if you have a bachelor's degree, my suggestion would be that aim at getting scholarship. You have a perfect CGPA, so go through the process, and get a better scholarship so that you don't have to worry about low tuition or whether you can afford it or not, bro. Let's talk to Daniel. Before Daniel comes in, let me pick some questions from Facebook. So, Rita Sameko Asamoah is watching us on Facebook. You said you're watching us from Ghana. Philippa Amofa on YouTube, you said that I hold an MPhil in environmental and occupational health education from Ghana with a GP of 2.1. Can I use it to apply for a PhD related yes, yeah, I would be happy to know what your bachelor's degree also is in, and then your CGP as well. And when you say 2.1, is it over 4.0? All right. Let's talk to, Philippa Amofa. Okay, I think I responded to Philippa Amofa. Wine is saying, please, Fred, what are my chances of securing a full scholarship to study electrical engineering as an undergraduate student and being a female in a male-dominated area? do I stand a higher chance? My qualification is WASI certificate. Once you have a WASI certificate, get your high school transcript, get 2 letters of recommendation, a passport, and then an English proficiency letter. If you link up with my team, we'll be happy to assist you. So Augustine Sheku is also watching us from Sierra Leone. And then Emmanuel said, I have sent you a message on Instagram, but no response. Emmanuel, I do my best to respond to as many that I can. So Abani Elijah, did I get your name right, bro? He's watching us on Facebook, and he said that I'm Elijah from Ghana, Sunyani Fiapri. Okay, yeah, I used to come to Fiapri a lot. I have a diploma, and now I'm doing my degree top up. I'll be graduating in November this year, God willing. God willing. So I want to inquire if I can start with the application process or if I have to graduate before. If it is possible that I can apply, which documents would I need? So Elijah, I'm also a Sunyani person. So yeah, it depends on you whether you want to use your diploma to apply for master's or a bachelor's degree. If you want to apply for a bachelor's degree, link up with my team. We'll be happy to assist you. However, you can also graduate and then get the bachelor's degree, evaluate your transcript, and then apply for the master's. And in terms of the documentation, if you were specific whether you want to apply for a bachelor's or a master's, then I would have been happy. I'll be happy to provide you the documents you need. So be specific, and then let me respond to your question, Elijah. So, Emmanuel, also you said you have a question, then type it. So, Joseph said you're watching from Sierra Leone. Nice, joining us from Sierra Leone. Ruth Ome is saying on YouTube, what is the required proof of funds for USA MS program? Ruth, that would highly depend on the university you are applying to. It's Amani said Prince from Ghana. Okay. And then Victor Jima is also watching us from Ghana. Also is saying I have an HND in building technology and would like to study abroad with full scholarship. What are some of the best universities? So Madu, is it a 2-year or a 3-year HND? Are you looking at applying for a bachelor's degree? Are you looking at applying for a master's degree? If you're able to tell me this information, I'll be happy to help. Also is saying, hello Fred, please, I have an HND in computer science with a GPA of 3.2. Great. I used the West IGPA calculator and got a 3.3. Awesome. So my question is that, is it advisable to do WES or use that to apply? So what happens is that also if you're applying to a university that compulsorily requires the evaluation, then yes, you have to do the evaluation. However, if you're applying to a school that do not require it, you can actually use your transcript to apply. Because it's an HND, and please let me know if it's a 3-year HND or a 2-year HND. Now let's go back to X Twitter and then respond to more questions. Daniel, you can unmute yourself and go ahead, sir.
Hello, Fred. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Daniel. I'm talking from Ghana, Tema to be precise. I applied to one school in the U.S., University of West Florida, for MA International Affairs.
I have done. I already
I
have
had
my
a
master's
GPA of
in Ghana, all right,
4.19 out of
but I didn't use
5.0,
that one to
and part
apply
of
for the
their
school.
requirement is
So
for me to get
I
the
wanted,
credential evaluation,
I wanted.
which
Daniel,
I have done. I already have my master's in Ghana, all
okay, I
right,
think
but I didn't use that one
the
to
sound was coming from
apply for the
Daniel. Can
school.
you please proceed?
So I wanted to
If the noise was
I
coming
wanted
from your end, I'll be glad if you can mute that before you continue, sir.
Okay, can you hear me,
The
please?
sound was coming from. Okay, Daniel, can you please proceed? Unmute yourself and go ahead. But if the noise was coming from your end, I'll be glad if you can mute that before you continue, sir.
Okay, can you hear me, please?
Go ahead, I can hear you.
Okay, so part of the school's requirements was for me to do a credential evaluation, and I have submitted the application at WES. I already have a master's in Ghana, but I didn't use my master's as part of the application into the University of West Florida. I wanted to find out if it's going to create any problem if the evaluation report comes out and WES sends the reports directly to UWF. When I did not declare in my application, is it going to raise any kind of problems or something. I
Okay,
don't know if
let me understand your question very well. So you have already submitted your application to University of West Florida.
exactly.
Good. And then what is your current qualifications?
So I have a master's in accounting and finance. Unfortunately, when I was doing the
No, relax.
application,
Let's understand. You've said all that. Let's understand your qualifications. So you have a master's, you have a bachelor's degree. Is that the case?
exactly,
So you have like a diploma and a top up or a straight 4-year bachelor's.
a straight 4-year bachelor's.
And which document did you want to evaluate? Only the document for the bachelor's degree, or you wanted to also evaluate the master's as well?
So I wanted to evaluate both of them, both the undergrad and the master's.
So you sent those two documents have been sent to Wes already.
Exactly.
But you've completed your application without indicating that you had a master's degree.
Exactly.
Or you
exactly.
can. And what are you applying for, a PhD or a master's?
No, it's another master's.
Okay. Is it the same field or is it a different field when it comes to the masters?
It's a different field.
Having the masters will definitely give you an upper hand. So if I were you, I'll still email the school and let them know that. But of course, when they have issues with your documentations, when Wes directly sends it to them, they will definitely email you for clarification. You having your masters actually will give you an upper hand compared to somebody who is applying from the bachelor's level.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Let's pick another person. Let's talk to OG. OG, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
My name is Justice, and I'm speaking from Ghana. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So, I'm an SHS graduate, and I read general arts in school, and I would want to pursue my education in the US. I would want to read a course in maybe an information technology related field. So my question is, what are the necessary steps and documents that I would need to continue this?
Primarily, you need your high school results and high school transcript, at least 2 letters of recommendation, English proficiency, and you also get a passport. Depending on which school you're applying to, you may be required to produce an SAT or not.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's talk to Sadia. Sadia, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Good evening. I'm speaking from Accra, Spencer, to be precise.
Right.
My issue is I've been accepted at University of Finley to pursue a master's program. Yes, and then I was supposed to start school in like this spring, but I didn't get a visa date, so I had to defer my course to fall this year. But my visa date is 15th of July this year. And then when I deferred, the school's date to start is in August. And I've been told about immigration, people having issues with immigration when your travel date is close to your school starts dates. Like people have issues, people have to come back, like they start people to come back home because of their dates. I don't know how true that is. So I want to know.
Let's be specific. When is the exact start date of your program?
August 12th.
And then your interview is in where?
15 July.
And it takes like 24 hours, less than 24 hours to get to the USO.
Okay.
So 15 July, August 12th. So another thing you have to even be concerned about is that, so August 12th, 15th July, you have like a whole month, right?
Yeah.
So I think you don't have an issue at all, do you?
Okay, I think I was watching one video or something. I saw it says either 30 days or 60 days before. Okay, actually, on my I-20, it says that the earliest admission date is 13 July, but program start date is 12 July.
Okay, so the earliest admission date on your I-20 is the earliest date you could arrive in the US. So you said your interview is on 12 July.
15th.
15th July. And then the earliest admission date is what, 13th?
Yes.
Good. So the earliest admission date does not necessarily mean that you have to be here on 13th. However, the earliest admission date indicates the earliest date you could arrive in the US. So assuming you even get your visa approved on 10th or earlier than that, you cannot come to the US until 13th. And I'll be sharing this. I have an experience of somebody who came before that date and was rather asked to go back home. So the 13th, I think it's perfect, especially because your program start date is on, in August.
Yeah.
You get your visa approved. It takes a couple of a day or two for you to get your visa. You can put in the preparation, and then you come to Finley. So congrats on your admission. And of course, if you have an interview date scheduled, you can send me a private message on Instagram. I'll be happy to add you to my mock interview platform.
Sure.
All right, let's talk to Jude. Jude, please go ahead with your question. Hello, Jude. Let me know.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to unmute. My question is, what I'm trying to. Okay, my question is, if you decide to just want to apply to schools that do not require your GRE, how easy is that?
There's nothing.
Hello?
Jude, if you want an easier route, then don't start anything at all. So nothing is going to be easy. So you are not what you do is that you make an inquiry. So which university are you at the moment?
I'm in University of Lagos.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
What program are you studying?
Civil and environmental engineering.
So assuming that you were supposed to apply to that university, what you do is that you email the head of department of the civil engineering program at Unilag. Then you share a copy of your resume and then your transcript with the HOD or the director. Then you ask if you'll be considered for admission if you apply, and also if there are scholarships available. They will respond. Now you go through the Unilag admission requirements. They want a transcript. They want maybe 2 letters of recommendation. You should submit a CV or resume. If you see that, okay, they're asking for a GRE or GMAT, because you don't have it, you can respond to the same email and ask that. You see that there is a requirement for GRE. Can it be waived for you? The director will let you know whether they want to waive it or not. Now, if they say they are not going to waive it, remember, you made an earlier assertion that you intend to sit for the GRE. Now, if you want to strictly apply to Unilag and they are strictly requiring their GRE, then you sit for it. So, Jude, the question shouldn't be how easy it is. If it was easy, everybody would have done it, right? So it takes somebody courageous as you, going all the way to a master's degree level and now wanting to apply to a PhD to meet the requirements and apply so that you be given the admission and scholarship, sir. All right, let's talk to another person. So before let me pick some questions from social media. So let's talk Ola. Okay, let's see. Shalom is saying, I would love to be in Canada. Of course, it's highly possible. Ikizu saying, hello, Fred. Hello, Ikizu. Shalom, they were taught, I like your name. Said, please, I would like to apply to one of the universities to pursue administration. Can you recommend for a full scholarship? Is it master's in administration or is it public administration, business administration? What is it? Ben Bobie said, will I get MA graphic design with a diploma in graphic design? Is your diploma a 3-year or 2-year diploma, Ben? If you let me know that would be helpful. So Joseph is saying, I'm having network issues on my side here. I'm sorry, not connecting. No worries, Joseph. So Nkrumah Nkrumah Zainab is saying that you're Zainab from Ghana. I have a degree in sociology with a second class lower 2.9. 2.9 is great. I have 7 years teaching experience. Wow. And then can I get a full scholarship to pursue masters in sociology or social work? With masters in sociology, please check out Eastern State University. You can also check Ohio University in Ohio. And then Obed is saying, I want to apply for a school in China for medicine. How do I go about it? Obed, everything starts with putting together the required documents. And Madhusi said from Sunyane South Ridge, okay, I have an HND in building technology. Can I study for master's in master's degree abroad? Secondly, what are some of the best universities in abroad? Mado, if you could get your question very clear, I'll be happy to respond to that. It's not very clear at the moment. Okay, so let's respond to Alex Biney. Alex Biney, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Fred, sorry for coming back again. I wanted to find out, since you are close to Alabama, I wanted to know if the admissions normally come with an automatic scholarship, or you would have to apply.
To Alabama, I'm not close to Alabama.
Like, you have that friendly relationship with them?
No, I do not have a friendly relationship with the University of Alabama.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I need to assist people there, so I have friends there. I don't have any connection to the school.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. But I wanted to know if the admissions normally come with an automatic scholarship, or you would have to.
The department, right? So,
okay.
A friend, his name is Joseph also, and then Steven was admitted into the MPA program, and the scholarship was like $69,000 or so. Like, that was huge. It came automatically with the admission. So it actually depends on the department you gain admission to. Admission scholarships are actually issued by the department, not the school. So it could be that in the same school, the Department of Geography has scholarship for their students, but the Department of Economics do not. So it would actually depend on the specific department you gain admission into.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Let's talk to another person. So Mustafa Seidu, please unmute yourself and go ahead, sir. Mustafa, please go ahead. Unmute yourself, sir. Okay, seems Mustafa is not ready. So let's talk to Apia Junior. Apia Junior, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, Fred.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Please, my question is, I studied Bachelor of Commerce at University of Cape Coast, which I had second class lower. Please, I want to pursue a master's degree in any business related course, and I want to ask if perhaps my second class lower, is it applicable for me to get an admission and also scholarship
yes,
in related to business program?
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first person to get a scholarship with a low CGPA. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of strategies to use. I made about 25-minute video on YouTube talking about the various strategies you could actually use in order to get an admission and scholarship if you have a low CGPA. One of them is to go through transcript evaluation. Recently, I suggested to somebody to do an evaluation, and he had a CGPA of 2.1. When he was done with the evaluation, the CGPA actually shot up to about 2.7 or so. So that is one strategy. Another strategy is that when you're a human being and you have one finger cut off, it doesn't make you less of a human being. So, the transcript or the CGPA, and for that matter, the CGPA is only one requirement in the entire application document. So you have to strengthen the other application documents like your resume, your CV, or your CV, your statement of purpose. You actually need 3 letters of recommendation. Another strategy will be to apply for new programs. So normally when they launch new programs, it's easy for you to get admission into notwithstanding your CGP. So there are a lot of strategies. I think I named about 10 of them. And in that same video, I listed about 50 universities that actually state on their website that they require a CGPA below 3.0. So you can check that out, bro.
Oh, okay. Actually, I had 2.9. So do I need to evaluate my transcript before I apply?
I mean, if you can afford it, transcript evaluation comes with a cost. It's not free. So if you can afford to evaluate your transcript, then definitely will push you above 3.0 if you do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's speak to Elvis faculty. Elvis, how you doing?
Fred, I'm doing good. Please yourself.
Did you share the space, Elvis?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
Okay, Fred, first of all, I study Ghanaian languages with applied linguistics with a CGP of 3.25. I want to know my eligibility of getting a scholarship in the United States, and if so, are you willing to help me?
Yeah, sure. I've already started helping by organizing this space to respond. And so what you have to do is to start with putting together your document. Again, you have to understand that the fact that you did linguistics does not necessarily mean that you can only apply for a program in linguistics. You can divert to several fields. So you can filter out 5 different programs you'll be targeting. You can have a first choice program, a second choice program, and at least 3 backup plans that you'll be looking at. And then we will start emailing some universities. So if you schedule a private one-on-one conversation, sure, my team will be happy to assist you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So let's pick some questions from Facebook and YouTube as well. If you're watching us live, you're welcome on board. My name is Fred. I make videos on studying abroad and scholarship opportunities. So at the moment, my platforms is the biggest study abroad content creation platform. So we have over 140,000 followers and subscribers on YouTube. On TikTok is over 130,000. On X or Twitter, and we have huge numbers over there as well. And on Facebook, we are close to 50,000 followers on Facebook. If you've not recommended this platform to someone who wants to study abroad, then you're doing them a disservice. If you want to study abroad, this is the platform you need to follow and then subscribe. We share a lot of information that would guide you through the study abroad journey. If you want to schedule a private one-on-one conversation, you can use the Seller platform. If you go to any of my platforms, either Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you will see the Seller link over there. It's selar.co/4GIW, and then we can schedule a private one-on-one conversation to work on your process. There is also a mentorship program for anyone who wants to pursue a PhD or a master's degree. For undergraduate applications, my team handles that for free. So we can schedule a meeting, understand your qualification, and then we take your documents. We work on the application for you for an undergraduate program. That is, if you have a diploma or you have a high school qualification. We are still live here on X, so you can put in the request. I will approve it, and then I'll be happy to respond to your questions. Sometimes you just need some clarifications on something, and that would trigger your process to begin. All right, so let's see if we can respond to more questions. All right, so Felix on Facebook said, please, I have gained admission to pursue a bachelor's degree in agricultural economics at the University of Nebraska Lincoln with a partial scholarship. Okay, please help me with any additional scholarship. Wow, Felix, congrats on your admission. I'm happy for you. So Philippa is saying that I hold an MPhil in environmental and occupational health education from Ghana with a GPA. I think I've responded to this one already. Okay, Emmanuel says that, hello, Fred, thanks for the opportunity. I want to apply for an undergraduate scholarship in the USA through your team. Does your team help with proof of funds or SOP? That will be discussed during our private conversation, Emmanuel. So, Kosia said, okay, I think you were responding to somebody else's question. So you're welcome on board. Put in your questions. I'll be happy to respond to them. We are live on X, so if you join us on Twitter and then you join the space, you can request. I'll be happy to approve it. All right. So this and every Sunday we have the we have a live session. This Sunday, we spoke to my brother Sylvester from Canada. He was a diploma teacher, and then he applied for a bachelor's degree in Canada, and he's been able to relocate successfully. So he shared his story. Most of the live sessions, you can go back and listen to them either on the Fred Effect Facebook platform or on the YouTube platform. Share your ideas and thoughts and information. If there's something you also want to clarify, if you've also gone through the process, you're already studying somewhere, abroad, you can share your ideas with us and we can all learn from each other. So let's pick some more questions. Ben Butu, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. So I actually have come a long way. I have an HND in building technology. I have BSc in quantity surveying and construction economics. And because I never had a job in my field of study, I decided to pursue my master's in project management, which has been my field of experience. And now, taking a look at where I come from and situations around, I want to pursue another master's in community development with focus in rural child education. I've been applying to schools, but the courses I get and the amount involved, I always tell my colleagues, if I get such an amount, I'd rather stay in Ghana and do business. I want to find out how you can help me get a course like that.
All right. So you said your background, your bachelor's degree is in what?
Quantity surveying and construction economics.
And then your master's is in
project management.
Okay. And what programs are you targeting?
My focus is on community development.
Okay, so of course, just like I've been advising everybody, you don't have to only limit yourself to one program. With your background, you can look at 5 different programs that you'll be targeting. Mm-hmm. Once you get these programs, we have to identify schools that offer the program, talk to the HOD, share your transcript as well as your CV, which will talk about your academic background and then your work experience as well. Then we ask whether the department has scholarships, because ideally the scholarships would now, be a major factor in determining whether you would want to proceed with the process or not. So when we find out, they will let us know whether the specific school or specific department we are looking at would offer us the admission and of course the scholarship. Now, if we are able to email about 10 or maybe more than that schools, we are definitely going to get some responding and telling us that we can give you admission, but we can't give you scholarship. But definitely we'll have a positive response. Now, based on the positive response, that's where we apply. But if you just pick up the school and apply, you end up getting admission without a scholarship.
Right. Okay. So I think we'll do the detailed conversation back door.
All right, great. Let's talk to Kojo. Kojo, how are you doing?
Hello, Fred. How are you doing?
I'm okay. What's the other name? Kojo, Cambodia.
Yes, Cambodia with a
I've
K.
never heard Cambodia before. Where are you talking to? Are you not a Ghanaian?
I'm a Ghanaian. Yes.
Is it like your real name or Akata?
No, it's like my nickname.
Your nickname. What does it mean?
Well, I took it from my father, so I think I have to ask him where he got it from.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. The first question is that I had a colleague who applied to a school in Canada for masters. She had a degree, so she wanted to apply to get a master's in Canada, but they didn't give her admission because of her grade. She had second class lower, but the school told her that because of her grade, they would rather want her to they would wish to give her admission in graduate certificate. So I want to know, is the graduate certificate synonymous to masters?
Oh no, it's not. It's not. So it depends on whether it will also come with scholarship and if she can proceed with the rest of the processes. For example, do they require a tuition or enrollment deposit, in order to proceed. So 100% dependent on some of these information if she wants to proceed with it. Obviously, she has an opportunity to also apply for other schools if indeed the master's is what she wants to do.
Okay. And my second question is that I didn't know that they had something called WES evaluation. I was just on this platform, so I got to know. So I want to know how do I go about it?
All right. So it's credential or transcript evaluation. So sometimes the academic qualification of one jurisdiction may be different from the jurisdiction you want to study in. So for example, in Ghana, schools like UDS, they have their CGP over 5.0, KNUST uses CWA, and then you want to apply to institutions that use CGPA. In that case, if you evaluate your transcript, is being transferred or evaluated to match the equivalent of the country you want to apply into. Okay. And also, sometimes the school want to authenticate that indeed Cambodia is the one that says that he went to this school and got this qualification. So sometimes people can manufacture their own transcript and read and certificate, right?
Yes.
So they want to verify that indeed you are the one who went to this specific school. So they authenticate that. So that's the reason a lot of advantages comes with it. Like one, it could shoot up your CGPA. Two, most of the universities that require evaluation, some people cannot apply for it, and so cannot afford the evaluation. So there are less competition over there and all that. So the website is wes.org. wes.org. And so normally when you're doing it, you opt for course by course evaluation. So what you do is that you create an account, you fill in the necessary information. You actually have an opportunity to select which country, either Canada, US, or New Zealand, or any other country. And there's a difference between a job evaluation and educational evaluation as well. So when you then you, I think it works like 8 working days if you're able to get your transcript sent to them in time. And then when you get a feedback, of course, then you can use that transcript to work on your application, sir. All right, let's talk to Ash Malik. Malik, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, I have a MSCT in computer science and engineering, and I have a CGP of 3.05. So I'm looking for opportunities to study in the fully funded opportunity to study at the USA.
Wait, why are you talking to me from Sierra Leone or Gambia?
Gambia.
Yeah, you sound like I have a lot of friends from Gambia. My friend, his name is Tayyib Ba.
Tayyib Ba.
Yeah, I interviewed him some other time, and I also have a friend called Samba. He's at
Samba. I know Samba. We used to be at the same university when I was doing my bachelor. Samba Ba.
Yeah, Samba Ba. He's in Ohio University. You know him?
I know him. Yeah, I know him. I'm
Okay.
familiar. Yeah.
My friend. I understand Gambia is not huge, so you know everybody, right?
Yeah, it's a small country. It's a very small country.
Samba is a fantastic guy. He's my friend. He's currently doing PhD at Ohio. Okay.
All right.
Okay. You said your background is in what?
I have an MSCTE, Masters in Technical Education in Computer Science and Engineering.
Oh, okay. Then that makes it easy. Are you looking at a PhD or another master's?
I'm looking for a PhD.
Definitely. So I would check out University of Rhode Island, and then you can also check out University of Alabama at Birmingham. So just simply share a copy of your transcript for the bachelor's degree and master's, as well as your resume with the director of the program, and ask about admission and funding. And Gambia is an English-speaking country, so you may not need the IELTS or TOEFL and all that. So with a PhD in IT, it makes it easier.
What's the name of the university again? University of Alabama?
At Birmingham. Birmingham, like the Birmingham in the UK, but there's also Birmingham in America. So University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Alabama at Birmingham.
Then I also spoke about University of Rhode Island.
Birmingham. Okay. University of
Rhode Island. Yes, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah. So yeah, there are lots of them. And then you can also look at University of Cincinnati.
University of
Cincinnati, that is in Ohio, very close to where Samba is.
University of what? I'm not getting.
Cincinnati.
Intelligence.
So Cincinnati, it starts with CIN, and then CIN, then another NATI. University of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You want me to give you more? Of course, I can definitely give you more.
Okay.
Yeah. Purdue University, Department of Computer Science, and then you can also look at Purdue is PURDUE, and then you can look at University of Wisconsin at Madison, University of Wisconsin Madison.
Wisconsin Madison.
Yeah, and then you can also look at University of Texas at Austin. All right, Samba, Malik, let me pick another person. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's talk to Emmanuel Atombo. I like your name, Emmanuel. Hi, Emmanuel. Can you please hear me? Please unmute yourself and go ahead, sir. Hi, Emmanuel. Can you please hear me? I think Emmanuel Atombo is having a challenge. I like the name Atombo. I wanted to understand what it means, though. Emmanuel, can you please unmute yourself? Can you still hear me?
Okay. Good evening, Uncle Fred.
Emmanuel,
Good
are
evening.
you the? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please. I'm talking from Ghana, Accra.
Would you share it with me? I like your name.
You like my name? It's a fancy name, not an ordinary name. It's
really?
Yeah, it's Atombo.
Atombo.
Because we can't pronounce it. We have done it Atombo. Yes. It's a fancy name, not an ordinary name.
Oh, okay. No problem. Go ahead, sir.
So please, I have 2 questions. First, the last time I spoke to you about my transcript evaluation, and it is done, and I got 3.6. So I want you to help me so that I can apply for schools which I can get scholarship.
Relax, Atombo, relax. So you did the evaluation.
Yes, please.
Now let's educate people here. So what was your initial CGPA, and when you evaluated, what was the outcome?
Okay, first I was having diploma and bachelor's. So the diploma was 3.6. Then the bachelor's was 3.2.
Okay.
So after the evaluation in all, I have 3.6.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now you want to use the evaluated transcript to start the master's application.
Yes, please. I have applied to some schools, but I've not heard from them. So as you said the last time, I want to apply.
What's your diploma in, and what's your top up in as well? Hello, Atombo, can you hear me? Oh, I think we lost Atombo.
Hello.
Imano, I think your network is shaky. If you could get a stable one, then we can pick you. Steve, can you please hear me? Hello, Steve. Please go ahead if you can hear me.
Yeah, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, kindly go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good day. My name is Steven. I'm talking from Ghana.
Go ahead with your question.
I think last time I sent you a message concerning my certificate being missing, and I was asking I wanted to use my transcript and then I attach attestation to it. Would that be okay? Would that be possible for me to get admission to any other school, maybe Canada or US?
There's a bit of noise in the background. If you could get a quiet background, we can respond to your question. Let's talk to Nanadanko. Nanadanko, how are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Okay. I wanted to ask if you have any knowledge about Montclair State University, because I've already made an $85 tuition deposit to secure my spot, and I would like to pursue with that one because I have a brother in New Jersey, so it would make accommodation very easier for me.
So when you say if I have I know about, yes, so it's a university in New Jersey. I don't know if there's some specific questions you want to ask about.
Yeah, specifically about their funding options, because I made an inquiry with their global office, and then they said they do not offer scholarship for international transfer students, unless external scholarships that I would have to apply to.
Yes. So it means that you have to get a financial document to be able to get your I-20 and start the visa processes. I think it's a great school, and once you're able to confidently prepare for the visa interview, getting your visa approved will be easier.
Yeah, okay. But I applied with an HND for
Transfer.
for transfer, which is to their bachelor's program, undergrad.
How much was the enrollment deposit?
The initial enrollment deposit was $85.
And then
But
did you pay an application fee when applying?
no, I used a free waiver. They organized an information session where I
Yeah.
checked out their website that I used to apply for free.
Right. So I think it's positive. What program was it?
It was also business administration.
Great. So I think you should go for it. If you have get the I-20, start the visa processes and move on with it. All right. Let's talk to Mr. Danko. Mr. Danko, how are you doing?
Hello, Fred. Yes, I'm fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I applied to ETSU and today I received the admission.
If somebody
Yeah,
is listening, people come to listen and also know schools and all that. So ETSU is East Tennessee State University. It's actually located in Johnson City in Tennessee. I have a couple of friends there. So go ahead, sir.
yeah. So I think I qualified for the uh, merit-based scholarship. That's
It's
5,000.
around 5,000.
So yes. So right now I'm looking for maybe graduate assistantship or any other scholarship that can help me um be able to fund my tuition. Yes.
What
So
program is it?
that's MSc Information Systems,
Okay.
concentration in data analytics here.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that program because when I started this whole study abroad thing, helping people, the first person I assisted, that's the program he got admission into. He's currently working for one of the biggest banks in America. So yeah, I'm very familiar with the program. Just like him, he had the admission at that time. Even the merit scholarship was around 11,500, but now they reduced it. I'm very familiar with that school. I have a WhatsApp
Yeah.
page. People have assisted. So what you have to do is to talk to the director and then ask about when you can apply for assistantship. Normally, the admission comes, and later on you have to apply for the assistantship. And the merit scholarship is definitely given to everybody automatically. So please, if you have an I-20, if you have a financial statement, if I were you, I would get the I-20, start a visa process whilst you continue having conversations with the director of the program to ask about the assistantship.
Okay. So that means that regardless of whether you get the assistantship or not, you need to produce your financial document.
Of course, I want to be specific about so you see, it depends on how much the assistantship is covering versus
Mhm.
how the total cost of attendance would be. I want to recall exactly what happened in his situation, but I think we had the merit scholarship, and then what happens is that if you have the assistantship, then you don't qualify for the merit scholarship again. So they will take the merit scholarship away, and now you have the assistantship. But when you have the assistantship, it depends on how much it covers. The assistantship is having like 20 hours of job, which is the maximum. And so if you have that and maybe you are still left with maybe $2,000 or $3,000, you still have to produce a bank statement for it. But what I'm saying is that now that you have the merit scholarship, get the bank statement to them because the assistantship may take some time to get it. So if you are able to get your I-20, start your visa processes, and then the assistantship is awarded, your I-20 will now be updated to reflect the assistantship.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's clear. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, how are you doing?
Uncle Fred, please, I'm fine. I'm back again.
Yeah, welcome back.
Okay, thank you. So as I was saying earlier on, my diploma is in basic education. My top up is also in mathematics education.
Okay, go ahead with the question.
Yes. So please, first, I have applied to schools, but I have not heard from any of them. So I want to apply to more schools, as you told me some time ago. So I want to apply. I want to help me so that I'll apply. Secondly, I've realized most of the educational programs, when you apply, they will tell you it's online. It's online. So I want to switch from educational program to business administration. So I want to find if it is possible.
I would rather suggest you stay in the educational program because the educational programs have more scholarship compared to the other field you are referring to. So there are a lot of schools at the moment. Because you have the evaluation, you can check out Georgia Southern University, which is waiving the application fee. I also recently shared John Jay College of Criminal Justice. John Jay College of Criminal Justice. It's located in New York. You can check them out. They're also waiving the application fee. And of course, if you want to check out business-related programs, I recently shared a university that is waiving application fee for Master of Business Analytics, which is the Baylor University, Baylor, Baylor University. They are waiving application fee. University of Michigan, Flint.
Michigan, yes. I did their waiver, so I have their application waiver code.
So if somebody is listening, University of Michigan, Flint is located in Michigan. They organize webinars, and so if you attend it, you get a $55 application fee. My school, which is University of Kentucky, if you check out their business programs, there's they are waiving application fee until February 15th, so you can also check that out for free. Yeah, so there are lots of them that you can, but make sure you email the school if you're looking at a education related program. University of North and then University of South Dakota too is there for you. Let's talk to Bismarck Amwako. But before Bismarck Amwako comes in, let's check out our friends who are watching us on YouTube. I know it's late. What's the time in Ghana now? I think it's around 11 p.m. Okay, so we'll be drawing the curtains very soon. But let's check out some other people who are watching us on YouTube and also on Facebook, and let's read their comment and then respond to some of them as well. So Evans Chum said, any help for me? I have a diploma in basic education and BSc Business Administration Marketing. Would want to further. Are you looking at a PhD or a master's, Evans? And in terms of your diploma and BSc, do you have a 4-year BSc and a 3-year or 2-year diploma? Kindly clarify that. All right, so Bernard is saying that, hello, Mr. Fred, please, I hold a diploma in public health nursing with a final CGP of 3.8. Please, what are my chances of getting a full scholarship to study BSc nursing in the USA? You said you have a diploma in public health. Okay, then it's super easy. If you link up with my team, we'll be happy to assist you. Okay, I think we have answered Philippa's own. All right, so we'll be drawing the curtains soon. Let's pick up a couple of questions from Twitter and good to go. So, Bismarck Amwako, please go ahead with your questions, sir.
All right. Hello, friend. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Please, I'm having a 3-year HND from Accra Technical University with a CGPA of 4.14. And I'm asking if I can pursue masters or I have to do undergrad.
Is it a 3-year? Is it a 3-year diploma?
Yes, please, 3-year.
Oh, okay. So with a 3-year diploma, you can actually apply for masters. You can also apply for a transfer or a top-up. And with that, my team can even help you for free. So let me know what your plan is. But because the processes for each of them is different.
Okay. So how can I contact you so that we can?
Yeah, if you check out my social media platform, go to if you check out any of my platforms, the link is there. It's SELAL.co/4GIW. You can use that to schedule a meeting and we can take it from there.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
All right, let's talk to another person. Let's talk to Bright Anderson. Anderson, please go ahead, unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hello, Fred. Good morning. I'm speaking from Vietnam. I have 2 questions. I have first degree in psychology and also postgraduate diploma in education. I want to pursue masters in psychology, and I'm finding out from you that my chances of securing a scholarship.
So you have a 4-year bachelor's degree, is that the case?
Yeah, in psychology with 3.08 final GPA.
Oh, okay.
Then postgraduate diploma in education.
That's a year diploma.
Postgraduate diploma.
Oh, okay. So with your bachelor's degree in psychology, getting a master's in psychology is super easier. So get your documents together, and we'll start emailing some schools that have a background that actually offers psychology program. We email them, and then we take it from there. So you need 3 letters of recommendation, English proficiency, transcript, certificate, passport, and you also need a resume or CV, and then we can start the process from there. And of course, a statement of purpose as well.
Okay. All right. Then about the WES evaluation, how is it done?
So the website is wes.org. When you create an account, they'll ask you to send your document over, and then within 8 working days, they would get the evaluation done. Some schools require it. It's a compulsory requirement. For some schools, it's not compulsory. So in your case, where you have a 4-year straight bachelor's degree, you may or may not need it, depending on the school you're applying to. All right, so let's pick some questions from Instagram Live. Kwabena Alex, Alex, is that Alex? Okay, I got admitted to Miami University with a scholarship of 17,000, which leaves me with a deficit of 48,000. Is it 48,000, Alex? Okay, I'm thinking about applying for visa interview, but can huge deficit cause my visa? Kwabena, congrats on the admission. I think $17,000 of scholarship is rather huge. So you should move on and prepare for your visa interview. Adwa Peace is saying that I have a bachelor's degree in theater art from the University of Education, Winneba. I have all my documents as I have applied before and gotten partial funding. How can I get full funding? Is it from the same school you applied to, or you want to apply for a new school, Adwa? Abani says that, please, I have a diploma and now I am doing my degree top up. I will be graduating in November this year, God willing. And so I want to inquire. Okay, I think Abani, I've responded to your question earlier. Let's see if we can pick more from Instagram. So please, can I get a full scholarship with a CGPA of 3.4? That's huge. CGPA of 3.4. Yeah, you can, definitely. So I would urge you to apply. Mr. Opoku is saying on Instagram that where can I get the English proficiency? Is it high school or the university? As a diploma student, yeah, you can get it from the diploma school that you actually, or the university or the institution you had your diploma from. And then let's see if we can pick more on Instagram. All right, so can you help me gain admission in Canada undergraduate? Yes, if you link up with our team, we'll be happy to help you out. Hello, Fred. I hold a degree in economics of 4 years. I don't get your English. Okay, what are my chances and schools for English? For scholarship, you hold a bachelor's degree in economics. Well, it's super easy. Check out University of Maine and University of Wyoming. Is it possible to read law on a scholarship? Yes, check out University of Nebraska at Lincoln. Danny is saying, please, can I apply to a school in the USA if I'm yet to graduate from university? If you're in your final year and you can get all the required documents, yes, you can definitely apply, bro. All right, so let's talk to Bismarck Amwakon. Bismarck, kindly unmute yourself and go ahead, sir. Bismarck, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Mr. Fred, please, I'm talking to you already.
Okay, then let's talk to Patrick. Patrick, please go ahead.
Yeah, Fred, good evening from Ghana.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good. I hope you're also good.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking, sir.
Okay, I attended UCC. I did become. I applied to Bentley University and.
Which hall were you? If you're in Casford, then me and you get fights.
Yeah. I'm a fellow.
You're a Casford.
Hey.
It's your hall. I'm a Marina. So me and you.
Yeah. I think I remember you completed 2018, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't worry. Let's move on, my brother. Thank you for the good work you are doing here. I applied to study Master of Science in Accounting at Bentley University in Massachusetts, which I got the admission. I also got a merit-based scholarship of $14,000. And I applied for graduate assistantship. But then looking at the gap when I completed school and now, the school says that they are for graduate assistantship, they're looking at people who have completed school like a year, 2 years ago. So they advised me that I should rather look at coming and then applying for on-campus jobs. So to facilitate the process, I applied for Empower funding, and which I got the funding approved. Now, in the process of applying for visa, a friend was telling me that mostly, if majority of your funding is coming from a loan, you have difficult chances of having the visa.
Let's pause it there.
Yeah.
Your school is in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was recently in Massachusetts, and then there's a university in Worcester.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
There's a friend who did not actually get enough scholarship, like even what you're having from the university.
Okay.
And he also applied for the loan, which is the Empower loan. The name of
Okay.
the university, Clark University. It's located in the same Massachusetts in a city called Worcester. And as I
Okay.
talked, when I went to Massachusetts, I met him. We even went to some African market and all that. The point is that with you would not be the first person to have an Empower loan and get your visa approved. Neither would you be the last person.
That's right.
Only God knows how you've struggled through to get to where you are at the moment, right?
Yeah.
The interview is the only step. Be prepared, and then it's just questions and answers. Be confident and go and respond to the questions there. And by God's grace, you have the question and the visa approved. Some things demotivate people, and because somebody had full scholarship to get their visa approved does not mean that everybody should go through the same route. Do you get my point?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, once you have your financial documents secured and your I-20 secured, you have an equal chance of getting the visa approved like any other person.
That's right.
All right, so that's what I have to say about that, bro.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to join your mock prep for the visa application. How do I go about
Because
it?
Cambodian, I'm not going to add.
Oh, Fred, let's put that one aside.
Let's do that. We're not putting that one aside. Where to me to continue from there. So just send me a message on Instagram and I'll send you the link.
Yes, bro. Thank you very much.
All right, let's talk to Kofi. Kofi, how you doing?
Yeah, hello, Fred. I'm doing very well. I think this is the second time I'm speaking to you. The last time we spoke, I told you that I'd applied to some schools in the USA. Fortunately, I have got 2 admissions, one in the United States, one with merit-based scholarship. The other, I mean, both of them actually, but one was about 6,000, the other one not so much. Now my plan is, obviously, I wrote to them to apply for graduate assistantship, but then from the communication that I'm getting from them, it appears that I'd have to be there first, and then to apply for on-campus jobs. So I'm a bit, confused. I'm not too sure whether to go. Obviously, I can still make some plans to go, but I'm not too sure whether it's the right move.
Yeah, for me, 100% is the right move. And I don't know if you've had opportunity to check out my video on how to fund your education after you get admitted with a partial scholarship or no scholarship at all. I mean, there are some universities, it is only when you get to the campus that you can be offered a full scholarship. I would highly encourage you that if you get the financial support form that you could send to the school in order to get your I-20 release and all that, please go ahead and work on the process. Like when I came and afterwards, I think the COVID hit. If I had delayed that, I'm going to wait for next year, that was when the COVID came. You get it? So sometimes opportunities are there. You have to take them as they come. You may not have another, tomorrow to think about, the opportunities that you have already lost. So it's a good one. There are a lot of people who probably applied to the same program and the school that did not get admission. So getting the admission alone is a big deal. So, bro, take it from there and then work hard on it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Let's talk to Tadi now. How do I pronounce it? Is it Tadi what?
Tadi Nyanku.
Okay, so Tadi friends. That's what you mean.
Yeah, hi,
okay,
Fred.
Go ahead.
Yes, so my own is not a question. I want to find out something. I just applied for the West World Education. I want to evaluate my transcripts, okay? And I've paid for it and I was given the reference number. I want to find out if I get to my institution, should I just tell them that I want them to send my transcripts to West directly and they'll be able to do it? Or is there a process the school might have to follow before my transcripts can
It depends on
get to them?
which university do you graduate from?
University of Professional
Yeah,
Studies.
so you can definitely go to them. Maybe you have to apply for your transcript separately, and when it gets in a sealed envelope, then they can now send to us on your behalf. They can sometimes use the institutional email to email your documents to Wes as well. So you have to go to your school and know how. You wouldn't be the first person to do evaluation from the school, so then mostly
Okay.
how it works.
Okay. All right. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
let's talk to Steve. Steve, let's see if there is no noise at your background this time around. Hi, Steve. Can you please hear me? Okay, Steve is not ready. So it's been a great conversation. We do this often from time to time. So when you follow the Fred Effect Facebook page, you follow on X, and also subscribe to YouTube, turn us the notification bell on, and also on Instagram. Every time that will be organized, normally I give you a heads up so that you can make time for it. But this and every Sunday, every weekend, we have a live session at 5:30 GMT. Depending on your location. So last week we spoke to somebody from Canada who had a diploma, a teacher who had taught for 8 years, and he was able to move to Canada. And that video is still on the YouTube channel and also on the Facebook page. Recommend a friend to follow the Fred Effect on Facebook. Tell somebody about the Fred Effect. We are actually putting in our best to help as many people as we can go through the process. Your moving abroad does not affect another person's own. So it's a collaborative effort. We all hold our hands to go through, and by God's grace, everything will be fine. So I appreciate you for joining. It's been a great session. I'll catch you some other time this Sunday as we talk to a lady Irene, who secured $85,000 of scholarship. We are going to find out how she did and also do that. So you can set a reminder for that at 5:30 GMT on this Sunday, which is going to be 18th of February. So I'll talk to you some other time. My name has been Fred. Be positive about the process. Remember, everything will be fine. You wouldn't be the first person to do it, neither would you be the last person. A lot of people have made it happen. A lot of people have done it.